Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Star Flames, and yes honey, it's Friday and we're in the building. Happy Friday guys. I hope you all are doing very fine. Now, we know that Ye and Bianca, they have taken over. When I say they have taken over the media by storm. And the Kardashian Jenner camp, they're not having it at all. Seems as though this one girl, Bianca Censori, is able to overthrow an entire family without even doing anything, just mere existing, just with her eccentric style. So much so that the style cannot be copied by a Kardashian Jenner. And as you know, when someone sees you as an opponent, and if they can't copy you, like hell, they're going to try to destroy you, because it's not common of the Kardashian Jenners to not be able to copy someone's look, replicate it, make a brand, or make money off it, right? Bianca's is very unique to hers. And oftentimes people may say that Ye needs to stop dressing his wife like that. But what people are not paying attention to is the fact that Bianca's stylist is on vacation with them, if it's vacation that they're on or just business trips, right? Her stylist is right there. Her stylist that she has always worked with before Ye is right there. And initially, when many people started blaming Ye, that was about what, 2 to 3 months ago, when she wore that outfit that people classified looking like a lampshade, the stylist came out and said Ye had nothing to do with that look. But people will not pay attention to the facts, because the reality is truth really doesn't pay a lot of people. It doesn't profit them. So because there's no profitability in facts, what they do is to create false narrative about people. And they know that a conspiracy theory, especially in social media, does spread like wildfire. So, many people believe that Ye is so crazy that he will force this woman into slavery, because that is what people are believing at this point. Just imagine this woman being able to walk around exactly as she used to, because people think they know Bianca like that, They think they know her. They're like, oh my God, Kanye has changed Bianca's style so much. She needs to start dressing like how she used to. Honey, though that dress code cannot show on social media. Not because you may see Bianca in 2 or 3 photos fully clothed, it doesn't mean that you have any heck of an idea who she is or who she was before Kanye. Because the reality is, if you are even doing your homework before you open your mouth, you would know that us as content creators cannot include the photos of Bianca before Kanye. There will be that those videos would have been deleted, our channels would have been terminated and banned. Yes, this woman has always been walking sexy. I'm not going to call it nude. She has always been showing a lot of skin. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot of skin. Listen, Bianca has photos on the internet with a belt. And I'm not talking about a scarf type belt. I'm talking about a belt from a shorts as her top. Just imagine that. So only the nipple was covered. And that was before Ye. So when you're going to talk about Ye being crazy to the point where he has this woman walking barefoot, dressing naked. Honey, love, if you all knew what you were talking about, if you all knew Bianca before, you wouldn't have opened your mouths and said that. Because honestly, I cannot include any of those photos to show you guys as an example what I'm talking about. You all would be stunned. So the reality is yeah, really hasn't changed Bianca. Bianca has found her equal, someone who loves her and the way she dresses. That's all that you see going on here. Yeah, and Bianca is just equally damn yoked, and people do not understand that this is who Bianca has always been. Now, who? Listen, my subscribers have been on my ass to talk about this, and I'm like, we cannot dismiss everything that people have to say about Ye and Bianca. We have to just allow people to just, do what they think, say what they think, because at the end of the day, not because you have an opinion about a couple, it doesn't mean that you're right. It's just an opinion. Now, people saw a photograph of Bianca rubbing her eyes, and for many people, that, expression of tiredness and exhaustion equates to her being abused. And I'm saying, okay, when you get up in the morning, don't rub your face because you're being abused. But who the heck is abusing you, right? At the end of the day, we need to realize that celebrities are celebrities. And the paparazzis, they were there. They were capturing photos of her. She kept moving. She just came out of a car, and it seems as though she's tired. I've been saying this to you guys. I've been saying that when they arrived in Italy, we saw Ye, and I said Ye is accustomed to traveling cities to cities, countries to country, back to back without sleep. So his body is already accustomed to that type of lifestyle. For Bianca, it is still new, so it's going to take a toll on her, and she's either jet lagged or there in LA. But we saw Bianca later, and even when we saw her, you could tell that in the very first clip, where, we didn't capture a full image of her entire body, you could tell that she was exhausted. And the second clip where we saw everything, her stylist was right there beside her. Because after the first set of photographs surfaced, the second set, and I went back and I realized through the Daily Mail that her stylist was there right beside her. But because the media was focused on capturing images of Bianca, they didn't capture the stylist in all the photos. But one photograph shows in the very set photo that her stylist was right there with her. They all came out of the vehicle. She was just asleep. And when they got to the destination, it seems as though that's when they woke her up, because the stylist as well looks exhausted. But if you didn't see all the photos and you saw that one photo, and you're that negative, toxic person that automatically thinks that, oh, she's with Kanye, so she's being abused. Ain't no way nobody can be happy with Kanye, because that's what some people are like. Ain't no way nobody can be happy with Kanye, right? Irrespective of the fact that Ye has never been abusive to anyone. Some people are not paying attention because Kim will, pretend as though Ye was one of the most difficult person to deal with, but then at the end of the day, she would say, that was her only real relationship. And we know that Kim would not stay with an abusive man. It's just that when Ye was in a really dark place, she didn't get the praise and admiration as she wanted. And she saw this man as problematic instead of a man who was down and needed help and support. So she didn't stay around. But no matter what, she has never said that Ye abused her at any time, right? So why is it that Ye was never an abuser, but all of a sudden, because he's not with Kim, Ye becomes an abuser because Bianca is rubbing her eyes? It's really not fair to Ye for us to be casting that judgment on him. He's a celebrity with a lot of money, but the money does not take away from him being a human being, having real feelings and real emotions. And sometimes we may think that because we're content creators, it is okay for us to cast such heavy judgment on these people. And it's not. We're not always going to get it right. But when it comes to casting such judgment and accusing these people of such cruelty, we need to take a step back and ask ourselves, are we right about this? Do we have any proof? What happened in the past, as it relates to what we're saying about this guy? Has anyone ever spoken about Ye being, abusive to them? No. No one has ever said he was abusive to them. If anything, all the exes were like he was the best, and he wanted more attention. We can remember people calling him, as wanting to have more attention, maybe controlling, but at the end of the day, we could see that he wasn't a controlling person as he was being labeled to be. And the said control that they complained over, they would reach out to him and ask him, can you control me again, please? I'm just being sarcastic because it was never control. It was just that Ye would help him with her style. And she told the world that Ye was controlling. And people realized that it was not he was controlling her, it was the other way around. He really liked to dress her, she enjoyed it, and it was a, agreement between both parties. So why is it that Kim was painting this man as a controller when that was not the case? And this is what people are feeding off today and labeling this man an abuser when it's not. We have to be really careful of the images that we paint of an individual, whether we're close to them or not, because it's really not okay for us to be calling this man an abuser because of a really tired, exhausted Bianca Censori. Definitely not fair. But then again, we know that it's coming from the Kardashian Jenner's minions. They're the one who keeps portraying these narratives. But at the end of the day, the truth will always prevail. And, Ye is going to always come out on top. And I'm not saying that Ye doesn't have his own personal demons battling. I'm not saying that he doesn't have challenges. I'm not saying that he's not hard to deal with at times. I'm just saying that he's not the horrible, disgusting human being that, people have been trying to portray him to be. He's definitely not that type of guy. And it's time that people give him a break, okay? Give this damn man a break. But back to what I was saying earlier about Bianca. Bianca has captured the media in a sense where if you go scrolling Kanye, scrolling or searching Kanye West and Bianca Censori, it's not there on the front page of all media outlets, major, minor, every single last media outlet. Their number one article for the past few days has been about Kanye and Bianca. And we know that if the Kardashian Jenner camp, they're not happy with that, they're going to go out on a all assault against Ye. And what is that assault method? Labeling him as a disgraced rapper and an abuser, because they know that people are going to believe it. People are going to buy into it. But at the end of the day, the truth is what matters. And that is what always seems to come out on top. And that's all I have to share in this video with you guys. Let me know what are your thoughts, and while you're at it, give this video a big thumbs up, share if you care, and see you all later. Bye guys.